y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It's the red button that says subscribe. Like the video after you've watched it or before, whatever you choose, and comment, let me know what you want to see. So this video is going to be about basically why I've been MIA for the past 2 weeks. It's a lot going on, but basically I struggle with depression, and these past 2 weeks have been really hard for me in regard to finding motivation to do anything. Just everything that's been going on. As you all know, I'm in grad school. School has been a little tough. My job has been a little tough. I felt like recording a video wouldn't have been a good video, so I did not do that. But as you all know, I'm back. I felt like it was important to make this video because of the stigma, especially within like the Black community. I know that for me, this battle it started a few years ago, maybe like 2012 or 2013 was when I first, like, I was going to therapy, and my therapy, it was like through the school, it was like counseling, I guess, not therapy, whatever. And I discovered, like, she told me that I have chronological depression. And I was like, what? I didn't think that could be a thing for me because, quite honestly, like, my mom told me that that was not a Black thing. Like, we don't get depressed. Like, you just gotta get over it, you gotta pray about it, and you gotta move on. And when I told her, like, basically my history, like, I would have periods in my life where I would just be really sad, really upset, just like not able to cope. And just like I was in a slump when I started going to therapy, and she was like, yeah, this seems like you have depression. So one thing I've never done is I've never taken meds, and I probably won't ever do it. I just don't want to be dependent on it. Not saying anything for those that do. That's just not something that I want to do. Like, I get my slumps or whatever maybe 4 to 6 times a year. It's mainly during like the winter months. Those are the times where I get hit really hard, like usually like January, February, until the sun comes out again. So it could be seasonal depression too. I wasn't really talked to about that. But I just actually signed up to go to counseling again, so I'm really excited about that. I feel like part of my problem was that I wasn't talking to someone about it besides like my friends, who like we would just complain together, and that wouldn't really make me feel any better, and I didn't have anybody like rationalize with me. I guess I felt really alone. I still feel alone. I'm in like a really small town, not a lot of people of color, and that was the same situation for my undergrad, but I had like a group of people who could hear me, you know, and that some maybe were struggling with the same things. I don't think we've had those conversations, but like they knew I had depression, or I struggled with depression. I still don't know the right terminology for that. Like, do you have depression, or are you depressed? I don't know. So here I feel like I have a few people who I consider friends and like people I can go to, but not necessarily like a full family as I had in my undergrad. So that may be part of it as well. And of course, like, it's a new environment, new people, and just, you know, I'm getting older, just trying to figure out what I really want to do with my life. It was just a really tough 2 weeks, and I'm still working through those tough 2 weeks. This is like week 4, but you know, it's okay. Again, part of the reason I wanted to make this video, let other people know that this is something that I'm going through, and that I always love to talk with other people about it, working to decrease the stigma associated with it, and just building a community, because I think that's the most important part. And when it comes to mental illness, it's like the feeling alone part. So when I create a community or I talk with other people, I don't feel alone anymore. If other people are struggling with depression right now, especially given the time of year, especially given what's going on right now in the world, I encourage you to reach out to your loved ones, communicate with them. Because for me, that was the biggest part when I found out I had depression. Like, I didn't tell my family for like maybe another year. It was definitely like a year after, and like in the Black family, like, we don't talk about that type of stuff. I was viewed a lot of times as oversensitive, lazy, and all these other negative things, and that wasn't making me feel any better. So I feel like the earlier you can talk to your family about it, the better. And I know that some families may not be receptive to it, so getting your family that is not blood, you know, those close friends, those best friends, those people you call sister, brother, we're gonna avoid the gender binary, but you know, your fam, all of those people, you know, get together with them and tell them how you feel. And definitely, like, if you can sign up for counseling, do sign up for counseling, because that was like a life changer for me, and that's why I definitely have signed up for counseling again, because I need to. I think that it's a journey, and it's going to be an everyday journey for me, a lifelong journey for me. I just really wanted to make a video about this because I feel like it's something important. You are not alone, whoever's out there that's depressed with me. I don't use the word depressed loosely. Oh, okay, so things that have been helping me deal with cope with my depression is 1, signing up for counseling, 2, actively trying to be positive. So for me, what that looks like is whenever I try to, like, if someone says something to me, it rubs me the wrong way, or if things aren't going as I planned them to go, I actively let it roll off. So this means it's not that big of a deal, let it go, breathing, thinking about the good things that are in my life. So this is very active. It's not something that's just like, oh, whew, you know, it's something that I have to do. Like, I literally may have to step away, take some time, close my office door, you know, things like that. And I've recently gotten back into reading. So when I was younger, I used to love reading. It was like one of my favorite pastimes, and I've just gotten back into it. I bought like 3 books. So I started this book called The Hate You Give. It is so good, and I'm like almost done with it. I started it last weekend before I went to Boston. It is such a good book. I mean, I'm not doing like a book review right now, but this is the book I'm currently reading. When I went to Boston, I bought The Sun and Her Flowers because I've heard good things about this, and also Milk and Honey. But when I asked the bookstore person, she said she thought this one was better than Milk and Honey. So I read this first. I just got this today from Amazon, and this will be my undoing. It's about living at the intersection of Black, female, and feminist in white America. So excited to read this. I'm trying to decide which one I want to read next. I feel like since The Hate You Give was such a heavy book, I might read this one next and then read that one after, because this might be heavy too, you know. And there's a lending library at my school, and I got Mr. Adam. I don't really know what it's about. When I read it originally, it looked interesting, and it's pretty short. So, I mean, there's like a lot of words, but. And then The Afterglow, a dog memoir. I love dogs. Wish I had one. So yeah, so these are the books that I have that I'm going to be reading, and that's something that just takes me out of wherever I am at the moment. So I would just say, like, finding a new pastime. When I first discovered I had depression, for me it was being active, and I think I still want to like get back into being active. I was dancing a lot, so I got back into dancing, and a lot of my attention focused on that. And also what I've heard about, well, what my therapist told me about, when you have depression, like being active, working out, things will help like offset the imbalance, like the chemicals in your brain. And another thing that I've started doing too is like listening to myself, obeying what my body is telling me. So this past week was really long and like so draining. There was one day this week where I took the day off because I could not go to my office. So that is something that I'm trying to listen to myself. And, you know, of course, not dwell in that space for too long, but just giving myself time if I need time. And of course, I know everybody doesn't have that luxury. I definitely know that that is a privilege of mine, that I can make up office hours later, or I can do something later, and some people can't afford to take off. I know that is a privilege. Whatever it looks like for you, taking time off. So when you get off of work, and if there's something that you feel like you're constantly going, give yourself 10 to 15 minutes of not doing that. Or watch your favorite TV show or something like that. Just taking some time for yourself. Self-care is important. Overall, I just want to like encourage everyone who does struggle with depression or does struggle with mental illness that it is okay. You are not alone. We in this together, you know. Let's read some books. We can start a book club. If y'all know of any good books that are about mental illness, or like it could be like a memoir, it could be anything. So thank you again for watching my video. Let me know what else you would like to see from me, what more content you like. And I appreciate your support. Please like this video. Please share this video on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you see fit. And stay strong, you know. Your story could have ended, but it continues. So keep it pushing. Have a good day.